Right. Well, good morning, or if you're on the East Coast, good afternoon. And let's begin by bringing our awareness to our spine. You can do this either seated or standing. And let's tuck our chins back a little bit, finding the neck length of our neck. And then relax your belly. And let's take a slow, deep breath, bathing the spine. We can even pull the hands up. And as you exhale, soften your body. With the inhale, there's a rising or a floating up. And then a sinking, the muscles relax. It's almost as if you're sinking down. And let's bathe the tailbone, the sacrum, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine. And with the exhale, visualize your neck, your back, your lower lumbar, and your tail. Let's do a little change this time. Inhale to the heart. Let's lace the fingers together and then let's look up. And if this is hard on your shoulders, you can bring your shoulders down to your ears and look up. Otherwise, stretch your arms. Deep breath in. And then let's exhale, starting to blend with earth and sky. Let's imagine we're reaching into the earth. You can forward bend if you like. Inhale up to the heart. And then tap. Big Bear reaches for happiness. Inhale up, big stretch. And exhale. Surround yourself with happiness. Send some happiness into the earth. And then inhale, drawing up the nutrients. Let them rest in the heart. Big Bear reaches for happiness. And exhale. Let's do one more. Just a little wake up the body with the breath. Just consciously thinking of the earth, life all around us, and heaven. Stretch your arms up, widen your palms, and absorb the light of heaven. And surround yourself with the energy of trillions of stars and let it go beyond your energy field. Sending starlight energy into the world. Wiggle your toes, sense your roots going deep into the earth, grounding you. Sense your head floating up, tucking the chin slightly. Let's take a conscious breath. You can exhale with a sigh if that feels good. And then let's smile to our minds. Today's reading is about expectations. And think just before I even read about expectations, notice what you think about expectations. You know, we expect things in life. We expect the light to turn on if we flick it. But sometimes our things don't happen as we like. So, you know, just think about expectations and your feeling towards them. Maybe you're not crazy about having expectations. Maybe they're important to you. You know, just noticing without judgment. When we take action without expectations, we can achieve wonderful results. This teaching can be tricky to understand because one can argue that the wonderful results are an expectation too. If we act in the knowledge that we will end up with something good, are we not already expecting, even though we are supposed to have no expectations? Is this a Tao paradox? A simple way to understand this is to look at a gardener. When he plants his seeds, he does so with the knowledge of how the seeds will most likely develop based on past experience. He has a general idea of how long it will take before the flowers will be in full bloom. This is perfectly in keeping with the Tao. If the gardener plants the seeds with attachments to specific dates for blooming in mind, then he is setting himself up for disappointment. The flowers will grow on their own schedule, not his. They will bloom when the time is right, not when it suits him. If he defines success as the flowers obeying his wishes, then he will fail. This is the kind of expectation the Tao sages caution against. And the Tao today: practice doing good deeds with no expectations. Act with the knowledge that karmic laws are in full effect. So whatever positive energy you project outward will eventually come back to you in some form, just as the gardener will reap what he sows. You won't know exactly how it will come back or when, and that is perfectly fine. Simply act in accordance with the Tao and allow the universe to take care of all the details. And today's reading, actually for Wednesday, but I looked ahead, The Tao of Joy Every Day. And this is by Derek Lin, one of my favorite books. I really like it. But I like that message because I think as humans, we do have expectations, and that when we have expectations, that's when disappointments can happen and make us feel not as happy. I thought we would do a little bit of breath work. The benefits of the breath are slowing down the breath and taking deeper breaths are so many. I have a 2-page handout. If you're interested, maybe I'll just send it off after class. But today we're going to do 4-part breathing. It's really easy and accessible. You can do it at any time, and even driving. And it's just a nice, easy way. We're going to do this for a while, and then we're going to change it up a little bit. So how it works is we breathe in for 4 counts, we hold the breath for 4 counts, we exhale for 4 counts, and then we're empty for 4 counts. And then we do it again. So it's also known as square breathing. Let's take a breath and notice the length and quality of the breath without judgment. And then I will count for us the first 3. So let's inhale together. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose or mouth. 2, 3, 4. And be empty. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, control. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Let it go. 2, 3, 4. And empty. 2, 3, 4. Just a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And empty. 2, 3, 4. And hold it. 2, 3, 4. Let's take a nice full deep breath in. And I'd like us all to do that 3 more times, and I'll be quiet so you can count to yourself. And maybe the count will be more spacious. And let's begin. Your speed. I'm on number 2. I'm going to try to slow it down even more. And when you begin your next breath, try not to gulp it in. Try to control. Notice how you're feeling. And let's do one more. Make it even longer and slower. And whenever you're finished, take a slow, deep breath. Notice again the length and quality of your breath. Perhaps you were able to take a fuller and deeper breath. Notice how you feel. Are you a little more calm? Our society applauds speed and doing things fast. And it runs contrary to what is healthy for us. What is really healthy for us is to slow down, not fit so much in, not get stressed out. And part of that is slowing the breath. When we slow the breath, our heart rate calms down, our nervous system calms down, and our overall health can improve. Oh, let's play a little bit more with this breath. And this time, we're going to exhale for 7 counts. So as a society, as shallow breathers, we tend to not exhale fully. So we're going to exhale for 7 counts. It's a long time. We want to find that point of emptiness. And then we even hold it. We're just going to hold for 4 counts, but there's going to be a tendency to want to breathe in suddenly. But just see if you can control it. Know that you'll be okay. Of course, if you feel dizzy, stop. Don't do it. But let's take a full breath in together and out together. And I will count for us. If you want to keep up with me, that's fine. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold it. 2, 3, 4, and slow exhalation. Control it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Be empty. 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smile as you hold. 2, 3, 4. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you can count yourself. And 7 for the exhale. You can even begin to draw your navel back to the spine, purging out the old air. And let's do one more wherever we are. Last one. 4, 4, 7, 4 breathing. Emphasis is on the exhale. When you're done, slow, deep breathing. And again, noticing how you feel. Let's scan our body. Start at the head, soften your face, inner smile, soften your neck and shoulders. Sense the rise and fall of your chest. Relax your belly. Let's do our 3 points of focus, lengthening the spine with the slow, deep breath. And is the breath more luxurious now? Isn't it longer? Not so rushed. It's amazing what happens when we bring our awareness to the breath. And now a conscious breath. Imagine filling the belly, the ribs, the chest and back, even the head. Hold it. And let's exhale through the mouth. Imagine dark smoke leaving your body. Exhale till you're completely empty. And be comfortable empty. And then smile to your mind because you've slowed everything down and given yourself permission to go slowly today. Let's give our head a gentle wobble. Wobble your shoulders, and we are going to prepare to stand up. If you prefer to stay seated, that's fine. Let's kick out our feet. We've been seated for a little bit, get a little energy into the legs. Let's take our arms, lift them over your shoulders. Bring in a bounce with the knees. So just up and down, lifting up the knee joint. And then if you can, lift up onto your heels. Little jolt of energy being sent up our bones. Lift them over the shoulders. And then a little more of a bigger bounce, faster bounce. Exhale through your mouth. Shake your tail, shake your body, shake your shoulders. Letting go. It's a wet dog shaking off the water. Take off your legs. And then let's do one big blither. Let's reach up. Very good. Let's bring our feet to shoulder or hip distance. Slight bend in the knees, toes point forward, tailbone straight to the earth. Lengthen your spine up. Imagine a golden thread lifting your head off your neck. Let's come into sage pose. So sage is hands wide apart. We stretch our hands. We draw the arms behind us. So we're squeezing our shoulder blades slightly. And there's an upward gaze as if we're being bathed by wisdom and blessings, by infinite energy of the sky. And let's harness that energy, bathing ourselves with wisdom and blessings, and let it come into your head. Smile. Let your head be filled with light. The light flows into our heart and into our body. And then let's go into a gentle ringing the temple bell. So start off slow, look side to side. The hands touch the body, a little bit of a massage. So when I did this the other night at the beach, I was looking to the east, looking to the west, looking to the east, looking to the west. That was really fun because I had the full moon rising at the east, sun setting in the west. So we're going to bring that into class today. So you can orient yourself if you like, east and west, you're facing south or north, whatever is easier. But every time we twist to the east, it's new beginnings. Nice deep breath. And every time we look to the west, look at the sun. So we're having yin and yang energy. The yin from the moon, the yang from the sun. Let's bring the hands more onto the core. Deep breath. onto the sternum. Imagine you're being bathed with sunlight, bathed with moonlight. The yin is nurturing. The yang is vitality. Onto the heart and lungs. And then let's tap over the shoulder. And let's bring in more of a twist. So if it's available to you, look behind. Ooh. Looks like there's a lot of weeds behind you, but in actuality, there are a lot of wildflowers. So in a few weeks here, it's going to be a beautiful sea of pinks and purples. Oh, I can't wait. Something so exciting about the new spring. Let's come into our kidneys. Thank you, kidneys. And let's do 3 more. The east is new beginnings. The west is the reward at the end of the day. So we're imbuing ourselves with this wonderful healing energy, completion. Let's rub our hands together. Going to come into tree pose. Do a little clap. So tree pose, I see a lot of people that have their hands in front of their heart. That's stressful. I mean, I'm not seeing you today, but in live classes. So the hands, you can keep them at the lower dantian, so the belly, or the sternum, but really no higher, because we don't want to stress our bodies, and we can stay in this position for a long time. Feel your body lengthen, find more space in your spine. Sense a slight bend in your knees. Check that your head is pulled back, your chin down a little bit. Relax shoulders. Find softness in the arms. And then find softness in your belly. Sense yourself sinking, your legs soften. But at the same time, your head is rising. This is a strengthening pose. And the idea is that we soften and we allow the forces of the universe to flow through us. So from the sky, we receive the boundless energy of the cosmos. And from the earth, we receive the nurturing and nourishing energy we need to be alive. And from nature, we find awe and inspiration. How can we soften more to let these energies flow into our being? And our bodies may start to tighten up, but our job is to notice and to continually adjust and find softening. This is a good exercise for the mind, because the mind will start to battle the body. Oh, this doesn't feel good. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, this is boring. But then where can we soften? You might feel your lumbar release a little bit. You might find your shoulders sinking a little deeper. Very good. We're doing this for 1 minute today. Let's take 3 more slow, deep breaths. Know that you are just perfect as you are. Soften, find more space. And notice where you feel it. Can you soften? And let's take this energy, the tree energy of growth. It's growing downward, growing upward, growing outward. All about the liver. It's springtime. Deep breath in. Let's rise up a little bit. The hands can rise now. And bring the energy of new beginnings. We're almost at March. And in Chinese culture, the spring has started. It started with the Lunar New Year. So right around February 10th or so. Let's rub our hands together again. Good job. Tree pose. Ooh, it's challenging, but I would kind of like it. One clap. Let's come on to the head. Let's wake up our brain cells. Thank you, head. Thank you, brain. Tap on the back of your neck, top of the neck, bottom of the neck. Just a little beautiful pat down of gratitude for our bodies. Coming onto the forehead and coming to the third eye. Smile because your intuition is strong. Believe in it. Tap your temples. Closing the eyes. Tap your eyes. Thank you, eyes. I'm so grateful that I have the sense of sight and the sense of smell. Ooh, another one of my favorites. Jasmine is blooming. Brugmansia. There's some wonderful smells right now out in nature. Oh, the ceanothus down here is blooming. Oh, so good. And then let's come to our upper gums. And of course, taste sensation. Oh, another one of my favorite. I love all their sensations. We're so lucky. Aren't we amazing humans? You know, we get to experience all these sensations. Notice what you taste in your mouth. Make a ball of saliva. Imagine it the pill of immortality and swallow it. Long life. Let's rub the ears. Thank you, ears. Beautiful sounds. Bird songs are about my favorite. Running water, singing, sound of laughter. Oh gosh, amazing. And then let's stroke our throats. Touch. What does your body feel like? What does your skin feel like? Gently tap the lungs. Thank you, lungs. Thank you, heart. Tap your sternum. Thank you, sternum. Immune system. Tap both sides of your ribs in the front. Thank you, liver, gallbladder, spleen, stomach, pancreas. Let's find the kidneys in the back. Nice deep breath for the kidneys. Thank you, kidneys. Rub up and down. Find your hips. Find your buttocks. Find your tail. Come on to the front. And then let's rub our bellies. Thank you, digestive system. And then let's tap the front of the legs. Come all the way down to your feet. And then let's go back to the back of the legs and come back to the back of the legs, back of the knees, back to the thighs, the buttocks, around, and then down the outside of the legs. Around the toes, up the inside of the legs. And then give your legs just a nice vigorous rub. You can use your knuckles of your fist, get into your quadricep and your hamstrings, into the knee joint, down the legs, onto the feet. Thank you, thank you. We forget, oh, our arms, almost forgot our arms. Let's rub the tree today. So with the, where we rub the tree, and if you prefer to pat, that's fine. But I kind of like to rub the tree since we stood a long time in tree pose. Let's rub underneath the arm. And then other side. Thank you, shoulder. Wrist and arm. Fingers and thumbs. Give it a little shake. And then give yourself a hug. Thank you, body. So good to be alive. Even gratitude for the five senses. Notice what your clothing feels like. Notice what your skin feels like. Notice what the air feels like on your skin. And then let's do one big gather as we unravel, bringing gratitude for our five senses. And even on our sixth sense, so we pass through the third eye. Sight, smell, taste, sound, and touch. Okay. Feet about hip distance apart. Place your hands over your lower dantian. Let's do our 3 points of focus, bringing ourselves back into our spine, awareness, deep breath. And then a conscious breath. And let's do 4-part breathing. And if you want to do this 7 exhale, yay, good job. Smile as you hold, relax your body. Keep the smile and the relaxation with the exhale. And then be empty. And smile to your mind, another deep breath. Knowing that you don't have to hurry today, and you don't have to have any expectations today. And then drop the hands down. We're going to gather the energy and the spirit of the dragon. So it is the year of the green dragon. I find it astonishing that they just found a 16-foot long fossil of what looks like a Chinese dragon, sea dragon, just serendipitous, right? So the dragons are magical and mystical. So we gather that energy, bringing magic and mystical qualities into our being. Again, reaching behind, out, and in front. The energy of immortality. And it's also the energy of kindness, benevolence. Bring the hands in front of the heart in prayer. We're going to start with a version of swimming dragon. So we shoot one hip out, and then the fingertips go the other side. And then we just go nice and slowly, waking up our spine. This is a nice side bend. So the dragon they found didn't have wings, but it was very snake-like. And some dragons in Chinese culture have wings and some don't. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, coming back to center. And begin to gaze at your hand. This will involve your neck. And back to the sun and the moon. The west is this way. I'm going to gather the energy of the sun, bring it into my heart. And then let's gather the energy of the rising moon, blending yin and yang. The west is the rewards in life. Bring that in. And the east represents new beginnings and youthful energy. So as we reach to the west, we can bring in the wisdom of the sun, the wisdom of old age, and then that youthful exuberance of the east. And that was just my orientation. You know, sometimes we see the moon set, so we can reach for the moon. And then we see the sun rise. So there's a constant flow, a circle of energy. And then let's start to make this into an infinity sign. And you start to bend your knees and rise up, bend your knees. Rising and sinking. Now let's imagine our tail. So we're going to bend forward just a little bit and stick your tail out. And imagine, remember, this is swimming dragon. So there's resistance with your tail. So the hands will go first and then the hips catch up. And let's imagine this dragon swimming through our lower dantian. So that's in the belly and gobbling up any aches and pains and diseases we might have. And then start to bring your tail back to neutral. So we stand up a little higher and the dragon travels through our digestive organs and ends up in the middle dantian. And here the dragon can gobble up any heartache, grief, fear, anger, frustration, impatience, non-acceptance, sadness. Let the dragon. The dragon is kind. Let your heart and middle dantian be filled with the dragon energy, kindness, compassion. And then let the dragon come up into your neck and let your head flow with the hands. And then the dragon comes into your head. Any negative thoughts about yourself, or judgments of yourself or people, let the dragon gobble that up. And then let's let the dragon fly up to heaven. So the hands come up overhead, arms are on either side of the head. So you get a really nice stretch for the ribs, stretching the organs inside your body. The dragon kisses the sun, and let's open our mouths wide. Open the dragon mouth, open your mouth, and let a big ha out. Ah, releasing. And then let's bring the hands back together. And the dragon's going to dive into the water. So the dragon soars down. Now, this can be a little spontaneous. Let your dragon decide where to go, but the dragon can go deep into the ocean. And then let your dragon swim through the ocean. Let's come up towards the surface, up towards the sun. And this time, fingers together. Let's dive. Widen your shoulder blades. Bend your knees. Look at your hands. Kiss the bottom of the ocean and then squat and push up. Reach up. Flying to the edges of heaven, big stretch. And then begin to reach out. So you want to feel a widening of the shoulder blades. A little arching and folding as we do some soaring dragon. Dragon flying between earth and heaven. Inhale up. And exhale down. Follow your breath. Remember, longer, deeper is better. Reaching out, tuck your chin as you go down. Get the neck involved. The dragon travels between earth, life, and heaven. Let's do 3 more. You can even pause at the top as you look up, find that arch in your back. Then reach up even higher, reach out. Feel the shoulders stretching. Last one. And we'll dive deep into the ocean. Let's hang out in our forward bend. Imagine the blood filling your head. Wiggle your neck, yes and no. Wiggle your shoulders and arms. And then gently wag your tail, finding more space in your vertebra, in your spine. And when you're ready, roll back up. Give yourself a little shake. We're going to do a little bit more, another swimming dragon. I know a bunch of swimming dragons. Swimming dragon is popular, Qigong. So this time, let's bring both hands in front of the heart and both palms are going to face that direction. And we come up. We're going to make a giant figure 8. That's the top circle. We come through the heart. And then we make the bottom circle. And the back of the hands lead us. Inhale up. And now gently push as if you're pushing the water. Exhale down. And then be drawn with the water, be pulled. Inhale. It's almost like 4-count breathing. We Hold the breath as we push. Exhale. Hold the breath, be empty. Let's do 3 more. Push is like a force. So this shows us the difference between force and flow. Let yourself be swept downstream. I love Dragon because it's really a lot of exercises for our joints. We feel good the rest of the day, nice and open, loose. Thank you, Dragon. And then let's turn the wrist the opposite way. We go the other way. Hold the breath as you push. And then slow. Sense resistance. And then sense the ease of flow. Reach for the stars. Send the heaven energy through your heart. Reach for the earth medicine. And then we blend that into the heart. Insight and inspiration of heaven. Bring it into your hearts. Trust and wisdom of the earth through the heart. Let's do 3 more. Think about blending earth and heaven in your body. Sense your tail. And then let's hold. Palms face together. Check your alignment, toes forward. Let's lengthen our spines. Nice long tail. Wow, in that article that I sent, now maybe not all of you received it, but the link to the dragon that they found, 32 vertebrae in the nest. Can you imagine? Whew, it was bigger than its body and its head. I mean, it's combined. Wow, 32 vertebrae. Oof, check out your neck. Supple neck. We all know that if our necks are good, our bodies are pretty happy. Oh, the dragon plays with the pearls. So imagine you're holding a pearl, and let's pull the pearl in, and then twist one side and extend the pearl. So I'm facing the east. I'm going to harness the energy of the rising sun, the rising moon. The energy of the east is the energy of the green dragon, new beginnings. Feel that nice stretch from the shoulder down the upper arm. Reach out. You want to hold your ball. You don't want your hands apart. So this front arm is stretching more. And then bring that energy of the new day right into your heart and mind area. And then let's extend the other side. The energy of the West, the energy of rewards, the energy of accepting what is, the energy of a project completed, and maybe even better than your expectations. Let's bring that into the heart. And let's twist one more time. Nice big twist. This is great for our organs. Some organs are getting squeezed and other ones are getting stretched. Smile to the springtime. And let's bring in the energy of spring. Anything is possible. And let's send that out into the future, into the West. The land of the setting sun, the setting moon. And then let's bring it back into the heart. And then face one more time. And roll the hand that's closest to the screen on top. And then we begin to massage our pearl. This is called the swimming dragon under the rainbow. And we're going to create a beautiful rainbow. So begin to lift the arm that's closest to the screen up and over. And imagine colors streaming from your fingertips. Blue for the kidneys, red for the heart, yellow for the spleen, green for the liver, and white for the lungs. Like sage pose, but holding the rainbow. And then let's take the hand we started with, and let's bring it over, and we compress and we intensify the healing colors. Again, massage. Deep breath, absorb from the earth and heaven, from nature, and then let's intensify the colors. Let's take 3 breaths here. Imagine the colors flowing into your body. Soften. And then with both hands, let's bring the hands up overhead, intensifying that healing rainbow of colors. And then let it flow into the head. Imagine, you can close your eyes. Imagine beautiful light show of colors in your mind. Let it soften the neck and shoulders. Let it bathe your core organs and feel your body receive and soften without even trying. Let it flow down your legs, healing joints. And then breathe into your heart. And let the healing colors flow into your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, wrists. And imagine colors dripping off your shoulders, off your fingertips. And then we move right into the Kwan Yin paints the rainbows. The hand comes across, and you would paint a rainbow across the sky. This is a diagonal. So we come across. We surround ourselves with rainbows. Now, the Kwan Yin is the goddess of compassion. She's loved in China, much like people love Mother Mary. She's a figure of mercy and compassion. And she's the mother of the dragons. She was invited to live in heaven, but she chose to live on the earth to help people. And often in temples in China, you go into a Buddhist temple or a Taoist temple, there's usually a nice big Buddha there. But if you go behind the altar, most likely you'll find the Kwan Yin. And then begin to make this into a spontaneous movement, swirling the rainbows all around you. You can move your feet, you can walk around, anything goes. You can just imagine being surrounded by the healing colors. Absorb them. You can spiral them into your hips. And anywhere that you have discomfort, guide the rainbow energy in. So it might be you have knee issues. You can bathe your knees with rainbows or your hips with rainbows. You can bathe your heart or your mind. Notice what you feel. Can you sense your own energy field? And then bring the awareness back to the fingertips and allow the colors to flow into the world. And send the healing colors out to all beings, everything alive. And then let's wind it down. Let's gather from earth, life, and heaven. And then again, we'll bathe ourselves with a healing rainbow. Let's come back into sage. Nice and easy. Imagine holding the sun in one hand, the moon in the other. And imagine the sun is in your right hand. And the sun rises up. And then we combine the sun and the moon. And then we gather from the moon and we bring the sun and moon energy overhead. And we take the moon and we bring it to the sun. And often in the sky, the sun and moon will pass. So we have that beautiful balance of yin and yang. And this time, the sun comes up and then it circles. And then the moon comes up and it circles. And then they both come up together, balance and harmony, moving together. Let's go the other way. Sun and the moon. It looks like they circle the earth. Well, the moon does. The sun circles and the earth circles the sun. So surrounding yourself with balance and harmony. And then let's pause here. Make a window, placing the sun in the sky. Bring the sun energy to your heart. And then place the sun in the sky. Let's imagine we're looking at the moon and we bring the moon into our hearts. And then we send the moon out. And the moon represents the yin. Let's expand our capacity for nurturing and being kind. And then we gather. Let's hold the sun. Bring the sun energy through your body. Make the window. And let's expand our vitality. Let's expand our youthful nature, our bodies, our minds, our spirits. Harness and gather. Let's bring the moon again. That hope. And expand your hope for the future. And now the sun. Vitality, youthfulness. I can't get enough of that. Enough energy to complete everything in a nice, quiet, unhurried way. And now let's imagine we're looking at our own potential as we gaze through the window. And then we expand, we open up, we want to learn new things. That helps us keep us young and excited and passionate about life. And we gather that up. And bring your own potential through your heart mind. Remind yourself. And then see your potential, the opportunities. Sometimes we just see what's right in front of us. We don't see what's around the corner. So we want to train ourselves to look beyond what we can see, beyond what we know. Gather it up. Think about a project or a dream or an expectation. Ooh, let's expand on it. Allow for even more blessings. Where in your life do you need expansion? This is the time. And let's do one more each side. I really love this. That the whole idea of this is it. No, there's so much more. Inhale and exhale and expand. Let's gather from the earth. Breathe up into your heart, lengthen your spine, tuck your chin, feel the dragon power. Up to the sky. Let's dig deep for the waters deep into the earth, and we draw them up and flush our bodies toxins. And reaching up to the stars. We bathe ourselves with blessings, each star a blessing. Feel yourself soften to receive it. This is the time where we think about what it is we need. And without fear, we let the universe know. You can say it out loud, or you can say it to yourself. I need more rest, or I need more healing, or more, whatever it is, more time in nature, more time for self-cultivation, more time to spend time with my spirit. Last two, thinking about what it is you need today. Let's stay in tree for our 3 points of focus. So we want to reestablish our roots, our long dragon tails, long spine, long neck. Let's do 1 4-count breath. And then smiling to yourself as you breathe in, everything is possible. And then let the hands float down. Slowly shift the weight to one leg, lift the opposite heel up, and the weighted leg arm floats up, shifting the weight. Feel light. And as you shift the weight, feel heavy. Walking on clouds. Level 1, we keep the ball of the feet, foot on the ground. Level 2, you start to balance. Now let's bring our awareness to our fingers. They should be light like feathers. They draw up, and then the fingers up as the arm floats down. Almost as if we're drawing energy out of Mother Earth, releasing it to the sky, and bringing it down. Remember in the Karate Kid, the painting the fence or painting the wall? Inhale up. And as you feel comfortable with balance, you can float the knee up a little higher. Let's do 1 more each side. Balance is so important. And even if your ball of your foot is on the ground, your awareness is on your balance. Let's find 50-50. Float. And then your left hand, elbow floats up, wrist floats, fingers, hand behind the head. And there's a little twist and a push. If you do Tai Chi, this looks like brush knee senchi, sort of. This is the dragon washing its face. Let's wash our minds of expectations. And when we're free of expectations, we can enjoy whatever happens. If you're an artist, you make a mistake. Well, it's a happy mistake. That was meant to be. And if your plans change, accept it as a gift. Oh, this is what we're doing now. No resistance. 1 more each side. And then we'll embrace tiger. The wrists cross. Return to the mountain. Draw energy up with your fingertips and bring that energy to your lower dantian. So we bring healing into our bodies as we thank our bodies. Let's slide the hands across to the kidneys and the back, compost down. And then draw the hands up, drawing silk out of the cocoon. Bring your hands to the middle dantian, your heart-mind center. Drawing in healing and love, compassion and kindness. Peaceful thoughts. And then let's come back down to the belly, back to the kidneys. Slide down any pain or any emotional distress. Let it go. And this time, all the way up to the head. Let's place our hands over the third eye. Smile to your spirit. Deep breath in. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. And then surround yourself with your light beyond your body and even beyond your energy field. Let's bring our hands to the hearts. And we'll close for today by stepping in, gathering from earth, life, and heaven. One more time, hands meet together at the heart. And honor yourself with a bow. Deep breath, notice how you're feeling. And I honor you for joining me today, spending your time. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure.